Hello, hello, hello. Hello everyone, it's Samantha here of Samantha Sutherland Art and Books. Thank you for joining me for my first I think it's my first proper video of the year. No, second. I'm pretty sure I did one beginning of January maybe. Anyway, if I didn't, Happy New Year, even though we are almost into February. And so hello and welcome book friends. It's lovely to have you here. So to those of you who are new, welcome. I'm Samantha, hi. And to those of you who've been here for a while, welcome back. It's lovely to have everybody here. And yeah, this is my little corner of BookTube. Now I've got a script, mainly because I had a hospital appointment this morning, which has really fatigued me. Unfortunately, when you suffer from chronic illness, sorry, I've got an itchy eye, you can tire quite easily, and I have been up since I got my daughter up for school this morning, and like I said, I had a hospital appointment which went well, and I'm just pretty tired. But I also wanted to make the most of my beautiful t-shirt. So if you've not seen my Poetry Thursday video yet, go and have a look. I will post that. I'll post a link to that in the box below. But if you haven't seen that video and you're wondering what my t-shirt says, it says, "Poetry is my therapy." And yes, I recorded this on the same day as I recorded Poetry Thursday. So it is Thursday, January the 29th. Like I said, I wanted to get the most out of my poetry t-shirt because today I've decided to do a video that I have been thinking about for a while, but I really decided to do it today. And just before I pause you, I wanted to show you my beautiful collection of Shakespeare, which is here, and my poetry books, which is here. I just wanted to show you the shelf before I moved everything off, and also here this is a new one. This is going to be part of the new haul. So this is going to be a bit of a hodgepodgey book poetry based video, mainly poetry books, but also I want to talk about the YouTubers I've been watching, and also I've got a little tiny stationery haul, and I want to share a few ideas of what I'm going to do in the next probably a few months. I'd say year, but I don't really want to go too far into the year because even I don't know what I'm going to do, and it could all completely change. So grab a brew and pull up a pew and let's have a chat. And I'm just going to pause the video here whilst I go and get my poetry books. And also I have decided to kind of dress like mini me. Actually, I'll show you. I don't know if I showed this last time, but mini me has a little friend. Isn't she cute? I'm pretty sure I showed these last time, but I'm showing them again. Because obviously I'm being mini me, so yeah. I'm going to pause you here. I'm going to grab my poetry books and we're going to go through them. So 1 minute. Sorry if the camera shakes as well, so just give me a minute. Hey everyone, I'm back. So I've managed to get, as you can see, my books off the shelf, and hopefully this might even be a thumbnail, which would be really nice and kind of cool. I'll have to take a photo just to be on the safe side. So here's some of them. These are mainly my favourite books, and I've got some more over here. Got quite a few. I didn't realise how big my poetry book collection is, and I also have a couple of books in the boxes, but I can't find them and everything's on top of one another. So yeah. So where to start? I think I'll start with this section of them. So I have, it seems, been collecting poetry books, excuse me, itchy leg, for a little while now. Some of these I've had for a while. A lot of these I got within the last kind of couple of years. Some I found from charity shops. Some I got from Amazon. Some I got from eBay. But many of them were secondhand. Quite a few were from Waterstones as well. I get points and stuff. So, and also they have sales on, and sometimes. So, oops, excuse me. I can't remember where I got all of them from. but I do know, I'll start with the Christina Rossetti. So I got Christina Rossetti. I've got two actually. I own two Christina Rossettis. I own Goblin Market and Selected Poems, which I think I read from last year for Poetry Thursday at some point. I do really love Goblin Market. It's a beautiful poem. So these two, this was from, this one was from the Walker Art Gallery in Liverpool, which I am so desperate to go back to. I absolutely love that place. And this I know I got from secondhand online. I think I got it from Amazon secondhand. And there are some very, very beautiful poems, and I do love Christina Rossetti. I'm also a very big fan of the pre-Raphaelite era, so they go hand in hand, and yeah. So those two are quite a lovely part of my collection. And some of these I got because they were recommended, and I've left one upstairs, by Eleanor of The Owner of Your Property. So as you know, I have an obsession with the selected poems of Richard Schuyler, which I will put a picture, I'll insert a picture here, because I have left the book upstairs. I do own a copy, as you know, because I've been reading from it. I love that book. I've doodled in the book, which is for me quite a rarity, because I don't really like writing in books and things. It's I just can't do it. Yeah, I've tried, but I just can't manage it. I am thoroughly enjoying that book. I'm still reading through it. Yes, it's taken me a while, but to be honest, like I said in my Poetry Thursday video, for me, poetry needs to be read slowly so that you can really enjoy it. I read, I read Memorial, which I have here somewhere, by Alice Oswald, and I rushed it, and I thought, it's all right, it's a 3-star kind of, if I was to give it anything. But when I actually looked back on it, I didn't really remember a huge amount about it because I just rushed my way through it. So talking of books that were, another one that was an Eleanor recommendation, or I got from watching one of her videos, was Shirt in Heaven by Jean Valentine. I have not read this yet. Some of these I haven't read. And I kind of bought with a vision to read, so that's what I'm going to hopefully do this year. That I will talk about when I've shown you hit myself in my glasses with my books, when I've finished talking to you about the books. So that is another one that was recommended by Eleanor. Now, excuse my pronunciation of this next poet. Again, this is another recommendation by Eleanor, but this is Nachum M. Weinberg, and it's translated by David Colmer, and is his collection of poems. I really liked a couple of poems I read on one of the poetry websites. I forgot what it was. I will share that website in the box below, and I do apologize if I've massacred his name. But yes, I read a couple of the poems and I was just immediately thought, yes, that is my type of poetry. I haven't read the book again, not yet. I will be getting to that. So I will be getting to it, I should say. So this was another one that I got as a recommendation from Eleanor. And I will put her channel below. She hasn't posted for quite a while. I hope she's okay. I did send her a message through Instagram a little while back, but I don't think she uses Instagram too often. And I really hope she's all right. So I miss seeing her videos. I always have enjoyed her videos. I came across, I'd heard of Charles Bukowski. He's mentioned in films from like the 70s, because I'm such a 70s girl. It's my era of films. I love the 1970s. I love beatnik type films as well. So he's an American poet, and this one is The Pleasure of the Damned. And I don't know where I got this from, other than online. Again, not read it yet. I literally got it last week. I have been watching, I forgot the name of the YouTuber, and I will post a link to his, sorry, I've just had my lunch and there's a crumb. yeah, so I will put a link to his channel, and it's a beautiful channel. And I don't think he just does Charles Bukowski, he does other poets as well, but there's a lot of Charles Bukowski poems, and I just instantly fell in love with the words that this man wrote. So I figured I need to own one of his books. So I went for this one. This one came quite recommended when I searched, because I didn't know where to start with Charles Bukowski. So I started with this one. So I'm looking forward to reading that. That is last year's diary, which I probably will have shown. This one I got ages back, and I did start reading it, and it's very interesting. It's by Tua Forstrom. I studied once at a wonderful faculty. I found this by sheer accident on, I think it was Amazon, and I was kind of intrigued. So I got the book. I can't remember too much about the poems. She's a visionary Finland-Swedish poet who has become Finland's most celebrated contemporary poet, and I thought, why not give it a go? So I did, and I need to read some more. I do. I can't quite remember the poems I had read. I don't know how much of it I was read, but I do remember I actually kind of really liked it. So yeah, there's another one of my books of poetry. Give me 1 minute. Sorry about that. Now this one I have had for ages, and I have read this, and I have read it, and I have read it. And this is 60 Women Poets, edited by Linda France, and it is published by Blood Axe Books. They publish some amazing books. I think it's mainly all female authors and poets. This has got poetry by Jean Binta Breeze in it, Maya Angelou, her most famous, obviously, I do know it, my brain's gone to mush. I forgot the name of the poem. It's got some by Elizabeth Jennings and Salima Hill, and yeah, quite a few. There was one that I really liked, poet-wise. Caroline Duffy is also featured in this. Love Caroline Duffy. Frida Downey. Wendy Cope, which I hadn't realised. I had already been introduced to Wendy Cope, and I bought her book thinking I'd never read any Wendy Cope in my life. I was wrong. Evan Bolland as well. I got quite obsessed with a couple of her poems in this book. I Still I Rise, I think is the name of the poem. Lily Bardwell as well. There are, well, as it says in the book, 60 women poets, and there's some amazing poetry in here. And you know when you're looking for something and you can't find it, it's really annoying. I'm almost certain she's in this book. I could have sworn. Anyway, Maya Angelou, I'm sure, is in this book. So if she's not, I wonder why, because I do really like Maya Angelou. But yes, this is a book I can highly recommend. You can still get copies of this. I got this secondhand. Pretty sure I probably got it from World of Books, one of those secondhand ones, because it is a hard copy, I think, to get hold of, I think. So it's worth a route around if you love female poets, and a lot of these are very well known female poets as well. So yeah. And to a newer poet I have discovered, and her amazing way of writing poetry. She does the long form poems. She does short poems as well, but she does long form poems, which is Kimiko Han. Absolutely love her poetry. I want more of her books. I think she has 10 books out. She is just, yeah, she's amazing. I absolutely love her books. I've read this one. I've not gotten around completely to reading this one. As you can see, I have started my beautiful handmade bookmark. I can't think. My brain's shutting down, I'm afraid. But yes, I can. If you like contemporary poetry, Yeah, I would say have a read of Kimiko Han. There are many videos of not just her reading, but other poets reading her, or other people reading her poetry. I will put a link to a couple of the ones I really like. And there was a lecture of the way that she writes and the poetry that she writes, and it was a deep discussion, which I found really interesting. And if I can find the video, I will of course share that. So, and this is probably, this is the only one I've actually read, and I absolutely fell in love with this, and I am making my way through this, and it's very interesting. Her style of writing is beautiful, and yeah, I can highly recommend Kimiko Han as well. Now, it seems I have a bit of a Faber obsession. This is not in any order, and also this is all the Faber, plus there's a couple of others you'll spot in this, but this is mainly Faber. Sorry, it's really heavy. It's heavy for little old me. As you can see, there's a couple, I think a picador and a penguin or two, but yes, mainly these are my Faber poetry books. I also have Flanders Fields, which is in the box over there with everything on top of it, and I've got another one which is really irritating that I really want the book and I need to find it, and it's The Moon Is Always Female, and I can't remember who wrote the book. When I edit this, I will put the name here, but I did buy that book many years ago, many moons ago, and I stupidly, I either lost it, lent it, or sold it. I can't remember. I might have given it to the charity shop. I don't know. I did a big charity dump, charity book dump before I moved at some point somewhere, and I downsized, and I stupidly got rid of a lot of my books, and I'm pretty sure that was in there. Other than that, I do remember lending things to a couple of people. It was why I don't generally like to lend it unless the person's actually in the house, which would then be my daughter. Oh. Couldn't find it, and I spent a couple of years trying to remember the name of the book, and I finally remembered the name of the book, and I was like, I'm buying that book if I can find it. And it was a little costly because it's a really old book now, but I'm so glad I found it. And then I stupidly put it in a box, because I've mentioned before, we have a damp problem. We are currently saving to get a damp course done, and so that a lot of the books don't get ruined. They've mainly gone into boxes until I get my daughter's room back. So that will be my library / art studio / quilting studio when I get it back. And as I don't have that room yet, and I don't have any books in there yet, I've put the books mainly away. I'm actually going to do another book destash because we are going minimalist. We are looking at some point in the future moving to somewhere that is easier for me to manage. We live in a 3-bedroom house, which is great, but the stairs are an issue for me mainly, and a few other issues as well. So we are looking to kind of downsize a little bit so that we can at least be prepared if and when we do find somewhere a bit more manageable for me and we are able to move and we're in a position to do that, we won't have as much stuff. So I am happy to rehome some books. There's an amazing free bookshop in Sale. They take donations of unwanted books and they give them new homes where you can get, I think it's 3 books per person for free, which I think is fantastic because it's a great way to get kids reading if you're unable to afford books. Plus obviously you've got the library, but our library I think has closed down for now, or I don't know, it's been relocated to somewhere else, not stupidly far, but it's not easy to get to in my opinion. However, I'm now rambling. So yeah, so this is mainly my Faber collection. Have to show you this. It's my Faber and Faber pocket diary for 2026. Now, there is a Liberty one. It was sold out. I was lucky to get this one. Look at the end papers. How gorgeous are the end papers? It's the same front and back. Love it, love it, love it. And it's as has previous years. It's got poetry book covers, and also it's got poems as well, and the book it's from, and you've got the blurb about where the the blurb on the authors of the books and things. So yeah, I'm really enjoying that. I'm at the moment on the week that I'm on. Yeah, it's got a poem by Mary Jean Chan. So I had to get this again because I really loved. I got the Liberty one last year. Sorry, making a strange noise again. I did get the Liberty one. This is last year's, but like I said, it was out of stock this year, and I really needed a diary really quick. And this was a bit cheaper than this one from this year's, obviously not last year's. I'm not daft enough to buy last year's for this year, or am I? So yes, and obviously I will put all the Alice Oswald books together. This is probably my favourite buy. Now, in this will also be hauls, so I will mention the books I've literally just got. So as you know, I've literally just got the Charles Bukowski book. I was on Etsy. It's not my fault. I saw it. I saw the deer, stag. I saw the stag. Saw the artwork, and then I saw Ted Hughes' name. And it was like £7.50. It was published in 1979, the year my husband was born. So this book is 47 years old, and it is in absolutely stunning condition. It is gorgeous. So this is a collection. It's for children, apparently, because it was on a children's toy shop on Etsy. It was a vintage find one, and it's Ted Hughes' Season Songs, published by Faber in, as I said, 1979. I'm a year younger than my husband, so I'm 46 this year. He's 47 this year. So yes, I had to get this because if I have a quick shuffle, sorry, bear with me for a minute. Found them. I have now got, not including the novel, which I thoroughly loved, and I think I did a quick wrap up of that. I should have done a proper one. That's what I'm hoping to do this year, proper wrap ups. I now own, and this one is it's also by Faber. I own 4 Faber editions of Ted Hughes poetry. I've got Crow, I've got The Hawk in the Rain, the novel The Iron Giant. No, I always think it's called The Iron Giant, and I don't know why. The Iron Man, which was a story that he wrote for his children after the death of Sylvia Plath, his wife, his ex-wife. He wrote this to help them cope with the death of their mother. And my beautiful Etsy find, it literally came about 12 something today, lunchtime, literally as I came home from my appointment. And I saw this and I was like, it's a bargain, it's the last one, I have to have it. It has to go with my other Ted Hughes books. Yeah, see, Ted Hughes. Although, yeah, actually they're all the right way around. Yeah, so my beautiful books. But this one, I think, is my favourite. So this is whole part 2. Well, same haul of, oh, you know, I'm rambling. I do apologise. So I have read most of the Crow, or have I read all of the Crow? I don't know. No, I've read most of the Crow. And what I've read, I have thoroughly enjoyed. Oh, son, Sons of the Crow. Yeah, I have. I'm pretty sure. I have definitely read all of The Hawk in the Rain, which I, again, thoroughly enjoyed this one as well. The novel, and yeah. So, also I own Sylvia Plath's Ariel. I bought this from, I don't know, I think it was eBay. And it is, in a way, it was secondhand, so like not stupidly expensive, but I did find the handwritten notes kind of interesting. I was thinking of buying a brand new copy of this, but I think actually this makes it quite unique. So yeah, and also, as you know, or if you didn't know, Ted Hughes was our poet laureate. Also in my haul for Faber is Wendy Cope. Now, I did not know I had read any Wendy Cope. I thought I'd never read her. But then, as I've mentioned when I showed you 60 Women Poets, I'd read Wendy Cope. I have read that book quite a few times, but it was very, very many years ago, which is probably why I don't remember that I've read Wendy Cope. And I thought this might be a good place to start with it, so this is the book I went for. I do like Faber books because they're small. I'm having trouble at the moment with holding books because of my osteoarthritis in my hands. I will get to the reading of books in a minute, because I thought I'd mention my Rammel Broadcasting Recommends challenge, which is going. It's still going. Like I said in my last, yes, I did make a video beginning of this year, because I did a Happy New Year, and I also mentioned about Clara and the Sun, I'm pretty sure. But yeah, I'm having trouble with holding thick books, and it's up there in front of it is I won a print from Mr. Kipling's last summer, I think it was. They did a competition to win a Roald Dahl experience. You could win like a trip to the house and go to the writing shed. You could win afternoon tea, or you could win a print. And I had my fingers crossed for Matilda, because I love Matilda. I got the BFG. I'm happy with that, because I won a print, and I will, if I can, I mean, it's up there, so I will take a photograph of it and I will put it here somewhere if I remember. And yeah, so I got a print of the BFG, which is lovely. I love Matilda because she loves to read books. That's why I love Matilda. But yeah, so I won that, and I don't know why I mentioned the print. Oh, because my reading book holder is behind that, and it's a bit of a faff where to put it. I mean, it's very useful, and I think I did a review of it, I'm not sure, or I was going to do a review of it, but it is useful, but it's a bit of a faff to kind of put somewhere, so I kind of put it up on top of the bookshelf just to keep it out of the way for now when I'm not using it. But then the print found a home in front of it, and it's but yeah, I'm having real trouble holding books at the moment. So holding a book this size is perfect. It's light, it's very light, and they are lovely to hold, and especially the paperback ones, they're so smooth, as you can see. And I do love the Faber books. They're probably my favourite publisher next to the Oxford. If you can see these are my Shakespeare. These are the Oxford Shakespeare, and I love these because they've got a thing in the pages. I forgot what they're called now. The thing that tells you what the bits mean. I do really love also. That's why I paused to get the poetry books in the first place. These are published by Wordsworth Classics. Sorry. Sorry. Oh, dear me. trust me. And they're lovely to hold as well, and they're nice and thin and light because they've literally just got the play in them. Of course, it's Shakespeare. I'm sorry. Oh, I've just made myself giggle. Sorry. Sorry, stop it, Samantha. Excuse me. Yeah, so back to the books. I got Wendy Cope's The Orange and Other Poems. Have not read it, so this is brand new. This also literally came last week, so I will let you know, like I said, which ones are brand new to me anyway in the house. And then I had to do it because he was our poet laureate, I want to say before Caroline Duffy. I'm almost certain he was before Caroline Duffy. Andrew Motion. Not read yet, literally came last week, brand new to me. I got this one, this one's brand new, I think. I got this one probably, I got it off Amazon. I remember now because I was saving to go to something and then I was like, I want poetry books. And also because starting in March, I am going to do a no spend, and I'll go into that when I've finished my books. So yes, I read a couple of them. I thought, oh, actually, they're quite interesting. And I've never actually read anything by Andrew Motion, which is really bad of me because he was our poet laureate. I even answered a question right on University Challenge, as in who is the poet laureate, and at the time it was Andrew Motion. And also I got into a shouting match with Northwest tonight because they were talking about poetry and poet laureates, and I'm sat there going, it's Andrew Motion is the poet laureate, idiots. I can't remember what it was about. I just remember they were talking about poetry. It was a long time ago. But yes, I was putting them right through the TV screen. Yeah. So I'm yet to read this. This again is brand new to me. Actually, it's a new book anyway. So yes, this is another part of my new haul. Then I have the lovely and my other favourite, Caroline Duffy. Now, one of them was Naughty By. One of them I've had for a while, and I actually read from it year before, when I did Poetry Thursday last. So this one is Selected Poems by Caroline Duffy, and this one is The World's Wife. So this is published by Picador. This one is published by Penguin. So yeah, this one, I have no idea. I just went, oh, I love that cover. Look at the cover. It's beautiful. And I bought it for the cover. It's also my mobile phone lock screen image. Yeah, sad, I know, but hey ho. It's behind every great man is a great woman, from the quick-tongued Mrs. Darwin to the lascivious, you just say lascivious, yeah, Frau Freud, from the adoring Queen Kong to the traumatized wife of the devil himself. Each one steps out from her counterpart's shadow to tell her side of the story in the classic collection from the former Poet Laureate of the United Kingdom. It was shortlisted for the Forward Prize and the T.S. Eliot Prize. The World's Wife is Caroline Duffy at her brilliant, beguiling best. And I was like, yes, it's Caroline Duffy, tick. Beautiful cover, tick. And then, obviously, like I said, I needed to keep this one company in my head. Again, I know, very sad. And then I looked at Simon Armitage, who's our current Poet Laureate. As you know, I read Selected Poems. If you saw my first Poetry Thursday of 2026, I read some poems from here. I also went and bought Dwell for two reasons. Again, beautiful book. And second of all, it's the poetry of Simon Armitage. And I think, I may be wrong, but I think he wrote this during lockdown. And it's to do with my favourite part of the world. It's to do with Cornwall. It is Cornwall, yeah. It's The Lost Gardens of Halligan in Cornwall. It's illustrated by Beth Monroe, who I follow on Instagram. I absolutely love her artwork. Her artwork in this is absolutely stunning. I will show you a quick page. Even the spiders are like that. It's very quite, yeah. Here we go. Mumbling again, sorry. So yes, she has obviously done prints with lino and other things. I think there's some jelly prints in there, in here as well. And also, like, I own selected poems, also by Sam and Armitage. Again, published by Faber. These are all Faber. So this I've had for a while. This is new, sort of within the last couple of weeks. So that's part of my newer book haul. And then, in no order, because I'm still reading Woods, etc. Can you tell that I like Alice Oswald? So this is all the Alice Oswald books that I currently own, and there are some gorgeous colours here. Look at the colours. Aren't they just special in colour? Beautiful. Look, orange. 2 orange ones. So I've got Memorial, which is to do with, now I always get this wrong, it is to do with Homer's Iliad. It's her interpretation of the Iliad by Homer, and it is of not the famous ones at the battle, but it is those who were the soldiers, who were the supporting men who died, how they died, why they died, how they lived. This is the book I rushed. This is the book I wish I hadn't. I should have taken it slower. So I will be rereading this. I think I have some favourite passages. Yeah. See, when I write in books, I use those see-through ones, and yeah, and page flags. I just can't bring myself to write on books, except for the Richard Schuyler book, which is never leaving this house or leaving my possession, unless I pass it on to my daughter, who may not even want it. I also have A Sleepwalk on the Seven, which I need to do a wrap-up of. I did really, really like this book. It's to do with the Severn, which is a whacking great big river in Devon. It runs for quite a while, and it's the voices of the people who lived there, who've used it, who played there, who died there. It is a absolutely stunning testimony to the use of the Severn and also the environment. And I also own Dart, which I have also read. Again, this is to do with the River Dart. Another second-hand buy, as you can see, not me, but whoever had this before me. Although the book description said no marking to pages, there's marking to the pages, but hey ho. It just means that someone really enjoyed reading it and studying it, I suppose. And I again enjoyed this because I just loved listening to the voices that she brought to the front in this book of poetry. She spent I think it was like a year on each river. I think it was, talking to the people who worked there, lived there, used the river for recreation purposes. I think it is the River Dart, where she talks about a canoeist who passed, and the River Dart, it might have been that one or the Severn, I can't remember, but it's one of them. And I found it just really, really interesting. You could really hear the voices of the people in the book coming through her writing. Maybe I should do a wrap up on this one, this video. And also my all-time favourite, which is what introduced me to her in the first place, The Thing in the Gap Stone Style, which I must have read about 4 poems from when I first started. I think I started Poetry Thursday with Alice Oswald because I'd been watching interviews with her, and she'd been doing like poetry circuits to read her poems and stuff, and I fell in love with this book. This is what also introduced me to The Unreal Property of Eleanor, because we had a chat about this, because she's also she'd also read it, and she was also a fan of Alice Oswald's poetry. And of course I'm reading Woods, etc. currently by Alice Oswald, another Faber book. I absolutely adore the Faber books. They are just, it's a thing. I mean, look at that. I don't usually like rainbow coloured book spines. I just think it's kind of annoying. But look at that. I don't know why. I just absolutely am in love with the Faber books. many of these I got, like I said, second hand. A few of them I treated myself to them from Waterstones because I had points card, or you know, that sort of thing. So yes, I have really enjoyed reading most of these books I've read. There's some that are new that I've shown to. I mean, the Sleepwalk on the Seven and Dart I only got within like the last probably couple of months. The rest of her books, Owen Woods, etc., I did only get a couple of weeks ago as well. So yeah. So I have either enjoyed or hopefully will enjoy the rest of the books when I get to it. So, I'm currently reading Woods, etc. As you know, I've nearly finished that. I don't know what or who I'm going to read after this. I need to read some more Richard Schuyler, obviously. But again, because his form of poetry is the long form poetry, I am thoroughly I'm enjoying that book. I don't want to rush it. I am currently still doing the Rammel Broadcasting recommends books I've not read challenge. I have finished Roadside Picnic. I am currently listening to, I've swapped to Audible because the weather has played havoc with my osteoarthritis. My hands have been so sore and I've not been able to hold the book, and that's what's really kind of stalled me. So I treated myself and actually bought the book on Audible because my daughter had already used the credit, so I went and bought it, and I am loving that book. I'm not too far into it. I'm on book 2. I'm partway through book 2, part 2, sorry, of the book. Clara is very clever, but she's also a little bit silly. But then again, she's an artificial friend. When I have finished reading that book, I will do a wrap up. But as it stands at the moment, I am enjoying it. I'm nearly finished with part 2. I actually got up to part 3, actually physically reading it. But I thought I would re-listen. I would listen to it from the beginning to kind of, because I'd forgotten a lot of it. And there were some bits I remembered and bits that made me smile and showed what a clever little thing Clara is. But then at times you're kind of thinking she's not very world educated, because she's been in the department store. So when she got to go out for the first time, her friend that adopts her, I won't say who it is because if you've not read the book, I'm going to be ruining it. But this isn't a spoiler. But when she's gone to the person's home who's adopted her, bought her, they can't believe that she's never been out, and they take her for a walk in the countryside, which is quite nice. And she's never experienced that before. So you've got an artificial friend or robot, which are going to take over the world. I'm telling you right now. Terminator was right. Just what I'm saying. Anyway, no one ever talks about the robo-apocalypse. They keep talking about the apocalypse. Who's talking about the robo-apocalypse? Nobody. Anyway, as I'm rambling again, I apologise. But yeah, so it's very interesting to also listen as the book's being read about the differences between the people in the household and how Clara is responding to everything and how she responded to everything when she was in the department store. So yeah, it's quite interesting. I'm excited to see where it goes. So I finished Roadside Picnic, which I thought was a bit boring when I first started listening to it, because I did listen to it. So I thought if it's anything like Metro 2033, oh god, I got bored with that book. I tried my best. I'm sorry. I am Rammel. Didn't like it. I DNF'd it. I bought it for my husband. He played the game. I loved the game, but because of it going between light and dark, and I couldn't it was making me feel sick. My husband played it and I watched him play it. And it was very good. And then I thought, I want to read the book. And I thought, well, I'm never going to get around to reading the book. I'll get it from my husband. And I did buy it for him, but he's never got around to reading it either. And so I thought, I'll have a go at reading it. it was great when they were talking about the things that were coming for them and that sort of stuff, but oh my, I got so bored for the umpteenth talking about mushroom tea, and I'm allergic to mushrooms, so I really didn't care. But yeah, I just found it really boring, really dry, and I did get bored, so I DNF'd it. So when I heard about Roadside Picnic, I didn't want to just, I think I got it with my credit, pretty sure. And I thought if I didn't like it, I could just kind of listen to it in the background and didn't have to worry about it. Actually, it's quite good. The Noonan chapter, oh, that was a kind of like, oh my gosh, moments in that part of the book. I did really enjoy it. I was also tandem reading it with Heidi. Hi Heidi, if you've been watching this and you've got this far, say hello, because she was reading it as well, and apparently I inspired her to continue reading it, and I think she probably finished it before I did. I did like it. I thought it was very good, actually. Once you got past the beginning, which was, I myself found it a little bit dry, a little bit slow, but I think actually that worked in its favour. Once it picked up pace, it really galloped away, and I thought it was very good. And I'm currently reading The Three Stigmata of Palmer Eldritch by Philip K. Dick, but I'm reading that as well as watching, what are they called? Again, this is a thanks to Heidi. Sci-fi and fantasy read-along. They are so funny. So I need to get back to watching that because, like I said, I've been having trouble holding books. Anything thicker than this has been a problem. And Three Stigmata is just a little bit thicker than that. But I do really like Philip K. Dick. I keep saying it, my favourite so far is Ubik. Love Ubik. Nothing will change my mind on Ubik. But saying that, I am really enjoying The Three Stigmata. It's very good. So I'm looking forward to actually reading some more of that. And I think that if I can read, if I can read a chapter every couple of days, I can get it finished in a few weeks. 10, well, there's 13 episodes, there's 13 chapters. I'm already up to chapter 3. So I could probably get it finished in, say, 15 weeks or something, depending on how long it takes me to read the chapters. So yes, I am still doing that. I have lengthened that to March because I want to try and get Three Stigmata finished, and I want to get Clara and the Sun finished, and I want to hopefully, maybe, I'm really feeling in the mood to read Annihilation. I want to watch the film, so I need to read Annihilation. So yes, so that's how that challenge is going. And my station haul, I want to start, first of all, I got these two off Etsy. Of course I got them off Etsy. And they came with something that my daughter's going to fight me for because she loves Pusheen. They came with Pusheen stickers. So these are the ones I'm going to give to her because I'm nice. Okay, that's 3 there. There should be, oh yeah, there's 4. There's this one, and this is the one I'm keeping because it's going to be going in my new journal, which I also got from Etsy. This is from Precious London, or this is called Precious London. The shop is called Precious London, I think. Almost certain. Let me just check because I did write it down. Well, type it down. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it came, yeah, from Precious London. So yeah, I got this, and then from Lemon Cats. Oh, where's the thingy gone? I've lost it. There it is. Actually, the stickers, the Pusheen stickers, came with the washi tape, which came from this place, which is called Lemon Cat Shop on Etsy. There is the website. How cute is that? And I got a discount, which is why I bought them, which is slightly naughty of me, but yeah. how cute are these? I couldn't resist. You know what? She's so cute, and that would do. And also, if you can see the washi tape, it's tree trunks, no, tree stumps, and this is trees. And I just thought it was so cute. I couldn't resist. So I got a bit of a discount on the two because I've been looking at the shop. And they sent me these gorgeous Pusheen stickers, which, like I said, 3 of them are going to my daughter and that one's staying with me. And it's just a bog standard notebook. It says notes on the front. And it's my favourite kind of paper. It's smoothish. It's 180 GSM, I think it is. And it's lined. And I went, oh, I didn't notice that. So I also got one of them. The stuck in bookmark type thingy mobile. So yeah, I want to start journaling because I have been watching Moon Reading Room on YouTube, and I was inspired to start journaling properly, and I decided to buy myself a proper notebook. And then I thought, well, I like to make pages look pretty so I don't get bored with journaling, really, because I've tried it a few times and I always get bored and it always ends up going in the recycling bin. So yes, that is who I've been watching, as well as Tristan and the classics. I've been watching Bookish Travels. I'm so sorry your trip to the house went wrong. Usually this time of year, most old houses, all of them really, especially the National Trust ones, they're always closed down for winter. I mean, it's easier to keep it clean in spring and summer than it is in winter, autumn, winter, when you've got mucky feet everywhere going over the beautiful carpets in old houses, I suppose. But I'm really sorry that it was shut when you went, and I look forward to hopefully going back with you through the power of YouTube to see how pretty the house is. The photos were amazing, can I say. I've also been watching Lil's Vintage World. I've been enjoying her book review of the Mr. Men style Agatha Christie book. That's so cool. I should really get that. I think my daughter would enjoy that. It's awesome. And obviously Rammel Broadcasting, and I've been watching Letters Live. Now, I don't even know how that came up. It must have been when I was looking for poetry stuff. But basically, it's funny or quite poignant or quite serious letters read by celebrities like Lawrence Fishburne, Benedict Cumberbatch, Matt Berry. Who else has done one? Yeah, there's quite a few. Common read one, which was a letter. I think it was by James Baldwin. Yeah, it would be. The Lawrence Fishburne one was a letter to my master, which was absolutely. I want to know if that former master. I want to know if he replied. I will link it. I will try and remember, and I will link it. There are some very funny ones. There was one read by, I can't remember her name. I can see her face. But yeah, there have been some really funny ones as well. Taika Waititi, I think that's how you say his name. He's read a couple which were absolutely just so funny. Yeah, so I can highly recommend Letters Live. And also a teeny bit of haul. I just wanted to show you this. I got this from, I can't remember where I got it from. Not a clue. I will post, because the card for it, I've lost the card. She put a lovely note on it as well, saying thank you for your order. I think that's actually the way it goes. And it's a matchbox with a poem with her artwork. on one side and the poem on the other, and the poem is from The Dog and the Water Lilies by William Cowper. I couldn't resist that. Isn't it beautiful? I just absolutely fell in love with that, and also it's helping an artist on Etsy. Excuse. So yes, oh, I wish I could remember the name of the shop. I will put it here, and I will also put a link, or at least I'll put the name of the shop in the box below. Yeah, I'll do that. It starts off saying, now wantoned lost in flags and reeds, now starting into sight, and then it's got the rest of the poem on the back. So yeah, that's kind of like a mini type haul and all my books and stuff. As you can see, I've made a mess of my Shakespeare books. Whoops. Trust me. Right. I will quickly just mention a few things. From March this year, because we need a new dump course, because I need a new rollator, because my husband needs a computer, because we need to stuff life, I'm going to be doing a no spend from March to June. Now I figured that, or actually July, I do no spend till July, because my birthday's in June and I'm bound to get birthday money, and I can put all the stuff I want, mainly books, and I've asked for gift cards. I want Waterstones gift cards. I never get gift cards. Love gift cards, but no one buys me gift cards. I've asked for them for my birthday. I'm going on a no spend. I've got all of my beautiful books that I want to read. I've got Cymbeline and Richard III and The Merchant of Venice to read. I think I've got another one, I'm not sure. Anyway, I've got all of my beautiful poetry books to read, as you saw. Many I've read, some I've not, and I need to read them. And I have numerous other books to read as well. So I have decided that I'm going to do a no spend from March to July now. It was June, but I'm going to go with July. Because I need to get the library / studio sorted out, because we need to get the house sorted, because we need to get my daughter into her bigger room, which we've been promising her for the last 3 or 4 years. And we need to redecorate, we need to get carpet, all that sort of stuff. She also wants a calming environment. She wants a library. She wants a piece of artwork from me. She wants something else from me. She wants me to do some cushions and things, which I've said I will do. So I want to concentrate on that. So I'm thinking doing Poetry Thursday every Thursday, as I have started. And I'm thinking I might do it once a month. This because it's January, and this is like, I really wanted to do this poetry book thing. I thought I'd do this, and then in February, it will be probably the end of February, possibly middle to end of February, when I do the next video, because it gives me time to read a few more books. It gives me time to finish Three Stigmata, possibly Annihilation as well, finish Clara and the Sun. So that will be then me actually going slightly over what I wanted to do for Rammel Broadcasting recommends books I've not read, because I said a minimum of 3. Anything over that is just awesome. So I thought that's what I would do. I'd leave it till March. It gives me it gives me doing the challenge till March to get a couple of books read. And the no buy thing, because it also, if I slow down my spending in February, by the time it comes to March, I will just not care. Oh, also, I forgot to show you this. I get cold very easily, especially at night. And I bought my daughter one, but this one is the one in yellow. I'll have to put a proper picture up, but how cute is this? Ow, my shoulder hurts. This is my book reading blanket, I think it says. Yeah, it does. And then it's got some more stuff along the bottom. If I can, I'll put a full picture on, because it's so nice and toasty. I've had this on the whole time. I get cold really easily, especially in winter with my joints. And so I decided I had to buy one of these for myself. I got one on my bed because I get cold in bed at night. I have got a quilt as well, but I'm still cold. I got one, well, my daughter got one as a Christmas present from her granddad, and I decided to buy this for myself. And also, yeah, so that's what I want to do reading wise. So I want to do a kind of read what you own type situation, but with my poetry books, because I'm really into reading poetry at the moment, as you can tell. I want to finish the challenge, hopefully reading 4 books, which would be kind of cool. If I can get 4 books, I'd be like really happy. And I want to enjoy the books I've been wanting to read for ages. I want to finish Kokoro. I might have to restart it. It's the one I started reading for when I was Patreon for Tristan, but I was Patreon to too many peoples, and not good for the bank, can I just say. So I want to finish Kokoro at some point, so I need to go back and start reading that. And then, like I said, I want to start journaling, and I want to do some days out for plein air sketching and drawing. I've got an idea for a piece of textile art, which may have been sparked by one of Alice Oswald's books. I've just recently got some plaster of Paris. I've got a ton of calico. I've got a sewing machine. I've just bought a load of threads in natural colours. So keep your eyes peeled for hopefully some artwork coming in the next few months. So that's going to keep me busy. And also I want to start writing poetry again, because I used to write poetry a lot, and I'd love to get back to writing poetry. I just want to leave the house. I'm starting to get to the point where I don't like leaving the house, because it's been really cold, and I've got warm layers I can wear, and I've got my power chair, the mystery machine as I've called it. So yes, I want to go out drawing more, even if I'm sat in the car with a flask or something. And also my last book haul for the next few months is going to include Loose Sugar by Brenda Hillman. Finally, apparently it will be here by next week, fingers crossed. And obviously I've also now got the beautiful Ted Hughes book as well. So yeah, that's my literally the last things I'm going to buy for a while. And anything else I want, I'm going to have to put on a list and behave myself and deal with the fact that I will be getting it in July. And if I can't wait to July, I didn't really need it in the first place, did I? Anyway, I'm going to sign off now, because I've just realised I've been on for quite a while. If you're still here, that's cool, that's awesome. Thank you very much. Also, I forgot to show, I got some beautiful, I got these for my textiles channel book. Well, not mine, it was my cross stitch book. But how cute are these? Like the retro Japanese stickers. And also I got some house ones as well, which I fell in love with. Just started using them. If you want to see them, you'll have to go over to my textiles channel, which I will link below, which is Autumn Fox and Rabbit Crafts, in case you're wondering. But these, I fell in love with these as well. I got these from Etsy, from a shop that I've bought from before, and I keep losing them, so I'm going to put them away before I actually do lose them. And yeah, so I'm going to leave it there now, because it's been a while since I started this video. If you're still here, lovely, and let me know. Just leave me maybe an emoji if you want to, or a like, that's fine, or nothing. I hope you might still be here, and if you are, I hope you enjoyed it. I will put I'll hopefully remember everything that I have mentioned whilst I have rambled on. Yeah, so I will leave it there for now. Ooh, also, how cute is that? And this is the washi tapes, and these are so cute. And this one as well, very illustrative, like illustration, like child kids books illustration. These are so cute. All right, I'm going to leave it there. I really am. I'm going to shush now because it's been over an hour. I also have to go and find my husband to go get medium me. I will say goodbye for now. It will probably be middle to the end of February, possibly, when I make my next video. It's not going to be like every week or every couple of weeks. We've got so much to do. We're still sorting out my dad, who is doing much better, but he's still poorly. He still needs help, and we're still trying to get him into a better suited environment, shall we say. Sheltered accommodation, obviously. So yeah, hopefully that's going to happen in the next few months. Fingers crossed on that one, and then everything will hopefully calm down. But we have stuff we've got to do in the house as well. We really need to get a move on now. And yeah, so it will, like I said, probably be middle to the end of next month when you see me next. Actually, it won't, because you'll see me next Thursday for Poetry Thursday, and this Thursday for Poetry Thursday. This video, I don't know when this is going to go out, but obviously this is Thursday the 29th, so the poetry one will have already gone. This will be a little bit after, because I'm not going to get a chance to do this now, the editing process, for a little while. Anyway, I will see you all very soon. If you want to find me, you can find me on here on YouTube. You can also find me on, I've got rid of Facebook because it's just a faff. But you can find me on Instagram. You can also find me on Goodreads. And on that note, good reading to you. Stay warm, stay cozy. Go get yourself a cup of tea. You've deserved it after this video. I'm going to get a cup of tea. I'm going to go get a snack. And I will see you all again for my next proper video, hopefully about a month from now, or maybe a little bit longer, at least by the end of February. So, as I said, stay warm, stay cozy, happy reading, and I will see you all very, very soon. I will link everything below that I can remember. Yeah, so have a great weekend, because it's coming up. This might be, well, whenever you see this, whenever this goes out. I'm going to shut up. I'm rambling now. I will put everyone I've been watching, and I will even, if I remember, I will link the videos that I've recommended below. I will link my Autumn Fox and Rabbit Crafts channel for you all to have a look. So yes, I will see you later on. So goodbye for now. Keep your eyes peeled for car shenanigans and Poetry Thursday. So I'll be uploading shorts and photos and things on Instagram. So yeah, you can still keep up with my silliness. Yeah. So it's been lovely spending this time with you. I will see you all later on. And yeah, just enjoy whatever books you have, sorry. Stay cozy, cup of tea, job's a good one, bickies, perfect. I will see you later. Goodbye everyone, bye bye.